What's up everyone, I'm excited to announce that this week's video is sponsored by City Music. Let's go! Bass time! Kira masih tak praktis. Rabak sial. That's why you should practice. Rabak sial. Dah lama sial tak main. Rabak! Alright guys, I'm here today at City Music with my good friend Rusdi.
Hello.
How long have you worked at City Music?
This year will be 8 years.
And he's also my partner in Mirza Productions, for those of you who don't know. But he's currently taking a short break to fix himself. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in months. Okay, so yesterday Rusdi called me up. He asked me whether I'm doing podcasts, and I am. I've been doing podcasts for the past 3 weeks, and then he asked if I wanted to test out some equipment from City Music, which is the ZOOM Livetrak L-8. Let's talk about the ZOOM Livetrak L-8.
Okay, what Zoom have to do is, nowadays there's a lot of like content creators, like people do podcasts, people do vlogs, people do like everything content. Some people like monetize or that. So the lack of equipment, something like this. So like usually people want to buy like mixers, you want to put like multiple inputs.
Yes.
So this is what they address. It can be for live situation where you have like normal mixers. You have 6 XLR inputs or quarter-inch input. This is combo inputs. 2 lines. Then you have XLR outputs, and now the special thing is actually 4 headphones.
4 headphone outs. Even a normal mixer, there's only just like one or two headphones. And the headphones can be individual mix if you want it to be. But as for podcast, so far I don't find any of my clients asking for an individual mix. I think this is more for live musicians. The function is there if you need it. So yeah. Let's see what else. I see there's like sound pads here.
Okay, these sound pads, actually there are 6 sound pads. You know, like sometimes you do podcasts, you want to have like your own effects, your own jingle, your own intro. So this is like one of the example.
So it's good for those podcasters who are
a bit more established,
or
put their own sounds
their own intro or outro music or special effects, or just any kind of sound effects. What else do we have?
Okay, you will find this input 7 and 8. This is actually for your phone. You actually can play back music through your phone or your laptop through this input, or actually you can record out into your phone. So recently we did like a City Music first podcast, episode 0. We do a prank call. So actually we connected to our phone, then we call them and we talk through the mic, and they actually can listen through that. So actually you can do like interview.
Yeah, so like non-physical interview. Can we test out the call? I think I want to call my wife. Nah, I think she's busy lah. My wife doesn't answer the phone. Let's call your wife.
My wife.
Let's call his wife.
Hello.
Hello
Dah habis kerja?
Dah, kenapa?
Boleh masakkan brown rice?
Oh, okay.
Boleh Boleh masakkan Ruzi brown rice Kita tengah test mixer, tengah just giving you a call. So don't forget to cook for Rusdi brown rice
Anyway, we are mentioning the pregnancy.
Yeah.
We are mentioning a bit in his vlog.
Yeah, can I announce in my vlog that Rusdi's wife is pregnant and she's due in April, right?
In
Rusdi?
April,
Yeah. Okay, sorry if you're busy or we disturb you a bit
Aduh.
But yeah. All the best for the rest of your pregnancy, and hopefully you give birth safely and give birth to a healthy baby. Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Good.
It's a girl.
InsyaAllah,
Baby girl,
yeah.
insyaAllah, yes. Good luck and good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So I also see that there's an effects fader.
Oh yeah.
So this is like a normal effects, like reverb, delay.
So this is like one of the example. I don't know whether we can hear.
Let's see if we can.
Hey, check.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I don't know if we talk about this, but the power.
Oh yeah. Okay. Actually, it's running on USB. It's a USB powered device. So actually, we are running through power bank.
Power bank.
They also come with, the wall plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can connect to a normal wall socket.
Yes.
Through a power bank, and also AA batteries, four AA batteries. And how long would the AA batteries last you?
Actually depends on how much you use. But
Okay.
actually I don't know. Probably like
I think it depends on the use. Like if you're using more channels or more. If you're using phantom power, of course you'll use more power.
So that's where the power bank will come in handy lah.
Okay. So but let's say if my power bank runs out of battery, but I have battery inside,
you won't cut.
It won't cut my recording. It will automatically switch.
Yes.
That's good to know, man. I think you've run through everything. I'm really excited to be using this. City Music is gonna loan me this mixer and a few of these Samsung CO5 mics for my podcast. I have 2 podcasts this week, so we're gonna try it out, and I'm gonna give my honest product review of this. If it's good, I would probably buy it for myself. If it's not good, I'll just return it. But I'm sure it's good because I always have a problem. I need to set up my mixer, and my mixer is like for a live band. It's 16 channels with 16 outs, and then I need an iPad, and then I need to hook up my laptop. So there's a few things that I need to do. So normally when I set up for my podcast, I need to be at the studio setting up like 1.5 hours earlier than my clients. So I think this would save me a lot of time. It's basically plug and play.
Put in SD card, you can direct to your phone. Actually, you can like use your camera or use your recorder, record everything directly.
I think that's about it. I'm gonna take my stuff and probably never return it. No. So I'm gonna take all this stuff home. The ZOOM Livetrak L-8, 4 of these Samsung CO5 mics, and probably a headphones or 2 because I need them. So yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Rusdi.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you again after a few months, and I'll see you at the studio. So I've had a few days to play with the ZOOM Livetrak L-8, this guy here, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about this thing. Let me just tell you what I love about the ZOOM Livetrak L-8. I love how easy it is to operate the thing. The learning curve is so simple that it took me like half an hour to learn the system. It's straightforward and user-friendly. I didn't even need the manual. But I'm speaking from a professional audio guy's point of view. Like any other audio equipment in the market, you would need to have a basic understanding of audio and how audio equipment operates. But I honestly feel that anyone can learn to use it in no time. Now, let's talk about the pros. It's retailing for 555 Singapore dollars, but is it worth the price? You see, if you buy the ZOOM Livetrak L-8, you're getting 3 equipment in one. You get a mixer, you get a field recorder, and an audio interface. You see, back in the day, a mixer would only let you record the stereo mix, which will limit your post-editing or mixing. A professional audio interface with 6 inputs would cost you more than $555. Plus, you would need to hook it up to a laptop and then record through your DAW, and you would need to separately buy a headphone mixer because normally an audio interface only gives you 1 headphones out, which isn't ideal if you're gonna be doing a podcast with more than 2 people, which usually is the case. Anyone doing location audio recording knows that a field recorder is expensive and it's a pain to carry it around in your rack unit. I'm not saying that the L8 can replace a field recorder, but if you're going for the budget-friendly option, the L8 is your best choice. You get 6 XLR combo inputs and you can record all your audio files into an SD card. It can be powered using 4 AA batteries. It can be powered by a power bank, and it can be powered normally using a wall socket. So if you're shooting outdoors where there's no power available, this thing is definitely for you. So if you're paying 555 Singapore dollars for an equipment that acts as a live mixer, as an audio interface, as a field recorder, and of course for your podcast, it definitely is worth the price, no doubt about it. The biggest pros is the multi-track recording. I can record every single track and do post-production, post-mixing, post-editing. This is a very important feature in today's audio world. Although, the stereo out was good enough in my opinion. In fact, the interview I did earlier with Rusdi at City Music was recorded through the L8 and I didn't do any post-processing. So, audio quality is definitely there. Now, let's talk about the cons. The housing on this thing, it feels plasticky, it feels flimsy. It's not as robust as I want it to be. But I guess that is totally understandable because it's already giving us so many features in a small equipment and the pricing is still affordable. So yeah, I guess there had to be some cost cutting involved. But as with any equipment, you would still normally take care of it. I mean, a PlayStation 4 is of the same price and in my opinion, it's built worse than this. So I think you know where I'm getting at. Secondly, I love how there's 6 XLR inputs, but I'm a bit bummed because there's only 4 headphones out. It would have been better if there's 6 headphones out. But it's just something that I would have liked and it definitely is not a deal breaker for me because I know I can always use a headphone splitter if I ever needed more headphone outs. The last and final con that I have to mention about the ZOOM Livetrak L-8 is I wish the sound pads were a lot bigger and a lot more modern like rubber pads that you see on today's MIDI controller. As opposed to these clicky buttons here, these buttons have contacts in them and yes, they do last quite a long time, but I've had an experience where this kind of buttons die on me. I'm sure the Yamaha M7CL users know what I'm talking about. It's those clicky buttons that we use for tap delays. But then again, it's not really a deal breaker for me. I don't really mind it, I just would have loved it. But I guess yeah, there's not even enough space to put those rubber pads that I would have wanted. So I guess this works as well. And unless you're pressing those buttons 3,000 times a day, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would like to thank City Music for loaning me the ZOOM Livetrak L-8 this week. It's been fun using it. Links of City Music's website below. I'll also be leaving a link for you if you would like to purchase your own ZOOM Livetrak L-8. The link below would not give you any discount whatsoever. It wouldn't cost you any more, but I will get a small commission from it. So if you could use my link, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also help me keep the channel running. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification below, leave a comment, follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. That's all the time we have for this week. My name is Kaz, be nice to everyone and I'll see you next week. Chabot!